Hi, this is TapCat. Welcome to part 24 of Let's Play Civilization 5 Brave New World as the Shoshone. Let's go ahead and start things off by giving this worker some orders. We're going to go ahead and build a lumber mill, try to give Rio some more production options. And I guess while I'm at it, I'll do the same thing for Sao Paulo. Well, next turn when he can move again. We are now in the year 1950, and we're definitely driving towards the end game. Actually, this turn, before I forget, we're going to use our faith. Oh, not here. I always want to go to that screen for some reason. And we are going to purchase a great scientist. I could do a great prophet or missionary. I don't really want to. We need science, and next turn we'll use this guy to accelerate our research. The United Nations will convene in 5 turns to elect a world leader. We're going to worry about that in a few turns, but not right this moment. So Rio has finished a hospital. They have a ton of excess food now. That is good, since we are trying to grow them a little bit. Don't know if we need 14 excess food, but... Okay, so we have a few options. We can build a stadium, but our happiness is pretty much sky high already. We can build a broadcast tower. And while 24 is not, hugely impressive, this is one of our better culture cities. So the 33% bonus is not horrible. But I'm actually thinking we're going to go ahead and build a temple, because we might get another great scientist or two if we can just, work that number high enough. Okay, Sao Paulo, as I've commented many times, they're just so far behind the curve. Oh my God, that gold. Well, we're going to do a bank. Actually, even the +2 is kind of significant for them. And the extra 25%, I mean, we've got to start building some kind of base here for them. Next up is Brasilia, where they finished their research lab. So 81, that's pretty respectable. That number probably isn't going a lot higher unless it involves more citizens rather than structures. And I think before I do anything else, I'm actually going to build a lighthouse, which will make all of the ocean tiles better food-wise. And this one in particular, I want to improve. If it weren't very quick to do, I probably wouldn't fool with it. But since it is... Okay, so for Rio, we've now built him a few farms, and as we've seen, they have very, very high food available, so I don't think we really need to do any more with that. I'm going to move this worker over this way. We're going to decide exactly what he's going to get up to a little later. Let's go ahead and build that mill and pick a new destination for ye olde cargo ship. So here's something I've been toying with. Before I make that decision, let's go to influence by player. Poland is influential with the Zulus. He's familiar to us. He's familiar to everybody, actually. I've been tempted to try a trade route with him, because I shouldn't have closed that. The only reason I say that is I'm kind of curious to see. We're still exotic with everybody. Yeah, actually, I take it back. What I wanted to see is if we keep pushing our tourism higher, what effect will it have on our rating? Well, here's the thing. We have a 50% modifier with both Venice and Portugal. And their culture is just a fraction of Poland's, and we're barely making a dent in theirs. So why bother trying to penetrate his when we can't even get any traction with them? Okay, well then in that case, since the most profitable routes are still Lisbon and Venice, and it looks like Lisbon is the one that expired, we're going to go ahead and just take that. All right, and how many turns away? We're still 5 turns. I keep clicking next turn, and I'm always still 5 turns away, which is kind of interesting. I am thinking that we're going to try to peel off 1 or 2 city-states before this Congress meets. It seems that the top 2 vote getters for world leader pick up additional delegates for future meetings, and that's a permanent addition. So the way it stands right now, it would be Maria and Enrico who get those extra delegates. And that worries me a little bit because I don't want either one of them getting a diplomatic victory before we pick up a science victory. Now, speaking of science, we have none other than Albert Einstein. You should get like triple the normal bonus if you get Einstein. Einstein and Newton, those would be the 2. At any rate, we're not going to get triple, I don't think. We're just going to get the standard. So let's see. We have 3 turns left on atomic theory, 10 turns left on fission.
The unleashed power of the atom has changed everything, save our modes of thinking, and we thus drift towards unparalleled catastrophes.
Interesting that we used Einstein to get there and we got his quote. Now, I was just curious. Yeah, so we not only finished atomic theory, we cut 4 turns off of what we need for fission. And then we'll hit advanced ballistics. So we are moving along very nicely. Unfortunately, this last one, oh God, yeah, we have to get both of these. So we'll be, doing it the hard way when we have to fill in those other 2. And this is actually why I'm a little worried about the diplomatic victory. It is going to take us a while to research this. Why can I not build the Apollo program? Is it that I've already got it going somewhere? Well, we finished an arsenal here. I'm not really worried about a barracks. I could build a broadcast tower. I actually think I'm just going to put this on research right now. I don't feel like we truly need those things. I remember what I was going to do, though, down here. Let me just add to the queue. Because before I forget again, I want to go ahead. Wow, an archaeologist is going to take 6 turns. Well, that's all right. I want to build an archaeologist there and have him investigate that site. You know what? Maybe what we should do, now that I think about it, is do it in Rio instead. Yeah, it's faster in every way. So let's just X that. And it'll take it a couple turns to get down here. That's okay. Okay. So I had a remark in the comments for part 20, which is the most recent that's been published at this point, suggesting that I build fortifications on the west coast. And I actually thought that was pretty darn good advice. But I feel like if an attack comes now, it probably won't be from the West Coast because I just don't see Poland attacking us anymore. They're getting their butts kicked pretty hard by Portugal and Venice. Now, I'll be honest, I don't really think Venice or Portugal are going to attack us either. But what I'm thinking is we have some workers that don't have a whole lot to do right now. And so, well, really, why not send them over here? We have a ton of farms. Why not just, build a fortification on one or two of these tiles? I guess I have to think about which one. I kind of hate to lose some of these resources, to be honest. That's probably the biggest reason not to do it. But I mean, I think the idea of fortifying against a possible attack is a good one. It's basically a companion to what I've been doing by upgrading our military. I don't think we're going to get attacked, but I don't know that we won't. I think we've all seen games where the AI can just come after you all of a sudden. Now, I'm curious, are we even working this tile? Yeah, we are. And of course, we're working the oil, and we're working the coal, and we're working this. So these coast tiles are pretty precious. Yeah. Well, all right. You know what? I guess I'm not going to do it at this time, at least. If I thought a threat was really more urgent, I would do it. I'm going to just put this guy to sleep. I don't think we have a whole lot more we need to do with our workers right now. And by the way, I will take a look, similar to what I just did over on this coast. It's one of the reasons I would like to excavate this site here, because I don't think it's a bad thing to have some fortifications here, as long as you're not having to give up some other important priority to do it. Okay, so in this city, we could build a hospital, but their population is actually, getting to a pretty respectable level. I think what I'm going to do is we do need an archaeologist down south. No, I'm not going to do that. We can build that anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and build a battleship because we literally have no navy over here. And while I don't think Maria is going to attack us, I have to admit, I don't like the fact that she's got 3 ships off our coast. Okay. We finished the lighthouse. I already started the archaeologist in Rio, so we don't need to worry about that. I could build another battleship. That would not be the absolute worst. A bank might be better. Yeah, I think I'm going to build the bank. And then I guess I don't want to wait too long to do this. So here's what I was going to do. Lhasa, we only need 27 more influence for them to become our friends. So, God, I hate giving somebody 1,000 gold. That's so irritating. Yeah. I mean, I guess I could give them 750. But let's just do it. So they're our ally. Now, I have to admit, I don't really care about having Lhasa as my ally. But here's what I do care about. So now her tally has gone to 12 and mine has gone to 10. So if we do that one more time, we'll have 12 and she'll have 10. And then next time, I get the extra votes in the Congress. Right? I think that's how this works. Now, I have to admit, I kind of hate blowing my gold this way, because what I really want to do is use it to upgrade this artillery into rocket artillery, even though it's likely we won't use it. So, that said, we need 82 influence with Manila. We need 114 with Tyre and 208 with these guys. So if we're going to peel off anyone else from her, it needs to be Manila. Okay. So. I need 82. So basically I have to hand her, or hand them 2,000 gold. That is just sick, man. My God. Do you understand why I never do this? Seriously, like, I hate this. And now if she comes back next turn and just hands them a bunch of money, she's going to be their ally again. And that's totally my fear. But here's how I look at it, is that, all right, so if she does and I've blown a few thousand gold, okay, he's denouncing us. You got it, buddy. Well, then we'll have learned a valuable lesson. Well, that's interesting. He denounced us and then immediately made peace with the two city-states. Because, of course, he's at war with Maria. And since they're no longer allied with Maria, he made peace with them. Okay, fair enough. And Shaka made peace with them. Very interesting. Okay, that's not much of a list of the people we all like to visit. But I don't really understand what that means, the people we like to visit. Rio has converted to another religion. Yeah, kinda. I don't really care about that. Our capital has We Love the King Day because of the spices we just picked up. And so did Sao Paulo. Yep, that's fine. So we made a couple other city-states happy. That's kind of interesting. I mean, I don't know that I want to go out and spend a bunch more money because of that. So Shaka has made peace. Right, we already got those. All right. Well, is there anything else we want to do right now? There was something. Oh, I know. I actually was thinking about doing this, but 240 gold. Yeah. We'll just move forward. I want to see if Maria kind of counterpunches. Oh, yes. Yes, please. 240 gold. Maria has made peace with a city-state.
Ungavuma ukudayisa.
That's interesting. Yeah, all right. He's got citrus. All right. Wow, I don't think I've ever had a happiness over 40 before. That's pretty sweet. Jeez, what a war zone. See, this is why oh, that's awesome. So we got another great scientist. I don't believe anyone's going to come to war with me, so that's why I say if we have some workers sitting around with nothing to do, and there's a tile that we're not working, sure, I'll build a fort. But beyond that, it doesn't really seem like great value. Because they're not coming over here. Not for a good while. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can't get another burst.
I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
Okay, so what do we got left on that one? Just 5. That is pretty awesome. Oh, and this is pretty sweet. So now that we're way up here, look at how little we'll need to grind through these. That's great. So, okay, here it is. This is what I wanted to make sure of, that this stupid Apollo program actually gets done so that I can start, doing this. Okay, so my plan worked. We actually have 12 delegates. That's pretty cool. Huh. Jeez, when Shaka got all buddy-buddy with me. So, of course, I'm going to put all the votes on myself. But I wonder if I could have gotten him. It wouldn't have mattered. No, it wouldn't have mattered. I can't. There's no way I was going to get to where I needed to be. I was trying to think, could I somehow win or something? No, there's no way. Not at this time. It would be pretty funny if we ended up winning a diplomatic victory, though. Well, I'll build a broadcast tower. This is one of 2 cities that makes it worth building it. And by the way, I should have pointed this out. After the last installment, I had gone through and gotten a couple of these bonuses so that we could all see how that worked. I realized after the fact that I had left a just regular museum bonus of +2 in one of these small cities that doesn't really have much culture or tourism anyway. So what I did, I can't remember which of the 2 I moved it to, but it was either our capital or Rio. And the idea is that if we build something like a hotel or an airport that adds to tourism, or is based on how much you already have there, I'm adding to a base that's already got something rather than putting it like, nothing plus this makes it virtually nothing. So we'll see. I don't know that we're going to build a lot of those structures anyway, but all right. I think what I'm going to do at this point, sure. You know what? I pretty much never automate workers. But I'll go ahead and let him run wild because, oh boy. I hope he doesn't. Oh, he'll probably do something here. That's fine. Yeah, I hope he doesn't do anything really stupid, but he might. Okay, where are we going to go? Actually, I think Jakarta, Warsaw is +25. So that actually is the most powerful, or profitable, excuse me. We'll just go here. Okay, our archaeologist is done. In 2 turns, he'll start his dig. Oh, that was stupid. I just missed every one of my spy messages. I saw it the second I clicked the button.
Esta oferta?
Wow, that was bad. I guess I can go in here.
Ungavuma
No,
ukudayisa.
I don't think so. Yeah, he doesn't have any more. You can't do something like trade iron for iron, right? That would be pretty stupid. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, no, I can't tell. All right. No world leader chosen. I think we sort of knew that was going to happen. Cahokia has been liberated again. Poland announces they're protecting the city-state of Sidon. All these guys, okay, Kazmir just entered the atomic era. So let's look at that really quickly. Yeah, so we've got 4 technologies and we're in the next era. And he just got his first. So that kind of tells us where he is. Oh, I get to make a proposal for the UN. That's pretty cool. So no big shock. Everybody just voted for themselves. That's what they do every time. We have to get 29 delegates. So I think next time, somehow what we need to try to do is get Maria to have more delegates than Venice, because they're becoming a bigger threat than her. Well, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. We finished our bank, so that's good. We got a little bit more money. I'm going to need it, man. The way I'm going through gold to finance my diplomacy. So, I guess I'll just build a research lab here. Keep pushing on the track that ultimately is going to win us this game. So what can we propose? Is there anything we can do? Choose a new host. That would knock them down a couple of notches. What if we tried to get them an embargo against Venice? Man, talk about a jackpot or bust strategy. I don't think so, because Portugal is really tight with them. And with those two voting against it, I have no chance. So the problem is any resolution that would fix it so that you can't win easily diplomatically would stick it to both Portugal and to Venice. They're both going to vote against it. That's like 30 delegates against me right out of the gate. I don't see how I can win that way. Well, maybe we could build the International Space Station. That actually seems pretty good for us. If we really throw a lot of resources into it, which we can. The other thing we could do is sciences funding. I mean, we're going to make Poland mad. I don't care about that. Yeah, we'll do sciences funding. That's fine. Yeah, so we picked up 1 delegate, it looks like. Yep, 1 from previous world leader attempts. Okay, that's fine. Let's do it. I don't know if I'm sure, but that's what we're doing. All right. I guess what I'll do is I'll just kind of throw my fate to the winds here. I'm getting really bored controlling these guys. I don't think there's a lot of high-value tasks left. Wow, this is actually a really nice pickup, this mobile SAM. So I don't really need this there anymore. I would gladly just move this right here to help protect all those other units. Let's send this guy back out to Lisbon. I can kind of tell that's where he came from. And now, do we just put him here? I suppose we could just kind of increase the line a little bit. I could also, move him over to the capital or something. Let's go ahead and start the dig. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so we can't work that tile. That's too bad. I love fish. Yes, you're very troubled. That's really upsetting, because up until now we had this wonderful, perfect relationship. Yeah, I keep waiting for more of this area to go either purple or white, actually. Because I think Portugal has a much, much stronger army than he does. Let's just put these guys on alert. And wow, 40 gold to make them a bazooka. Done. So you know what? Since we have a little time, I'm going to do this too. What has that done for me, by the way? Oh, well, still number 3, but we keep climbing. We're more than double Shaka. And I remember a while ago, the reality was that Shaka was actually stronger. I'm going to upgrade some more of these for 40 gold a piece. I'm pretty okay with that. Wait, that's not one. Oh, that's 170. Whoa, okay. I need, oh, because that was still a Gatling gun. Oh, all right, whatever. I think we've spent enough of our gold. So, we have an archaeological dig that is done. And yeah, I might as well just do it. Yeah. So, do I get a message telling me what that made? Doesn't seem like it, huh? We should be able to spot it, maybe. Yeah, it went to Salvador. So if I group these two, will they work? Yeah, we got +1. I mean, it's not great, but what area? Yeah, Brasilia actually looks like it was probably the best spot anyway, so that's fine. We will do that. All right, we're 1 turn away from the Apollo program. And what about here? I mean, it doesn't look like Maria kind of counterattacked, so I'm not going to do any. I mean, my feeling is I want to wait until as close to Congress, the next Congress, as possible before I do that. I don't see any advantage in giving them more time to think about, you know, taking it from us. And next time, what I'll probably try to do is take something away from Venice, if at all possible. I want to drag them kicking and screaming farther away. All right, 40 gold, that's fine. That I don't mind. Is there any other ones over here? Yeah, see, that's bad. That's a Gatling gun, and that's going to be expensive. But this one's cheap. Admittedly, it would be a bigger boost for the other one, but that's okay. So how are we doing in here? We're almost done with advanced ballistics. That's pretty sweet. And then what I'm going to do is I guess I'll just add these to the queue. I want to come up this way just in case we need something like tanks or destroyers. Probably won't. So Agedika doesn't really have much in the way of culture, so I don't need to worry about a hotel or an airport. But you know what we want to do? Since, yeah, we should be able to build our first part, right? Right? Huh? Look at that. 13 turns, baby. That's so awesome. It's been so long. I can't believe how long it's taken. Wow, what was the route here? There it is, Venice. A mere 31 gold a turn. That's pretty sweet. Okay, I would say a zoo. It's just like so ridiculous. We're already at 39, so maybe what we do is we finally build our windmill so that the rest of this junk won't take long. We could build an arsenal, except I don't expect to be attacked. You know, so maybe the real answer is we just kind of stop screwing around and putting more gold into maintenance costs that we don't need. And I just hit the research. I kind of feel like it may be that time for a lot of cities. Not all, but a lot. Sure, go nuts. Yep, we have completed the Apollo. So we're no longer friends with Sidon or Sidon or whatever it's called. I think it's pretty obvious we're not going to have enough money to buy, like, 2 or 3 city-states, but we might be able to pull one away from them. Man, we're losing our grasp with a lot of these places, aren't we? And that's fine. We'll just put this on alert. Alert. Maybe I should bring this up. So, what have we got here? It would take us 105 to get this one. 233. Jeez. 73 for Prague. That's not bad. 66 for Ife. And 52 for Panama City. So, Ife and Panama City, I mean, I think those are the places, but holy crap, man. I can't establish a trade route. I don't know that I can establish a great merchant. What does Ife want? Oh, God, they want Taoism? Again? Didn't I already do that? Seriously? Oh, you guys are killing me. Okay. Well, do we have enough to even do that? I'm not sure we do. No. We can't buy a great profit. But we might be able to before we get to the World Congress. I think we can. Thanks to my massive investment in faith infrastructure.
Our scientific power has outrun our spiritual power. We have guided missiles and misguided men.
Okay, and I should have looked. Did I not look earlier for uranium? I certainly have not seen it as I have roamed over this continent. Yeah. Well, I didn't really want to build nukes anyway. But I have to admit, I wouldn't mind having some. Yep, they've got... Is that in their borders? Yeah. Yep, they've got some. So other people have it, but we don't have it. Well, that's unfortunate. But it is what it is. Oh, well, no. I was going to say I could have just looked here, but I then remembered that it doesn't work that way. Okay, so we can choose our archaeology again, but I just realized I've really gone long with this chapter, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you for watching, and I hope we see you next time.